Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world.
It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It is sunny, but it's getting cold, and I've got a kind of a fun job to do today. I've got my forge here. That's part of it. I'm going to set it here where it's eventually going to go. And the main thing to do today is to start doing some timber framing over here on the outdoor workshop. Let's call it that, the outdoor workshop. We will be building a house here, timber frame, and this will be my timber frame working area and forge area, and maybe some shelter for Norman, but it'll be roughly just envision a carport. I don't know, a shed roof, let's call it that. It'll be 10 feet wide, and then it'll be 12 feet long, or 12 feet long, 10 foot wide. I don't know, a little goofy this morning, didn't sleep great. And then I got a bunch of crap to figure out how to store, probably some cabinets on that wall over there. But I got some some piers poured for the posts. And yeah, so today, hopefully, get this set. And that's the other challenge too, because I think I'll eventually dig more of this out, and I got stone to put down. I already dug that out. So I'll probably be doing some river gravel in here. I put some sandstone under the workbench over there, but I don't know if the workbench is going to stay there. It might get turned, it might get brought this way. Not really sure yet. Maybe it's just in the middle. I'll walk all around it like I had in my other shop. I'm open to ideas, but yeah, old school, off-grid timber frame shop. That's what we got here. I'm probably done with the gun building and 18th, 19th century, contemporary making things. So probably for the next, I don't know, you might want to unsubscribe, because the next 2 years I'm just going to be doing a bunch of woodwork and construction. But anyway, I appreciate those of you that do watch. It's entertaining to me. It's kind of like a video game, watching the subscriber count go up or go down. And yeah, not doing any hobbies anymore. It's all work, but it's fun work. I like to do it, and this is kind of how I pattern my life. So you get what you think about the most. Life lesson. But yeah, clean up, organize, set the forge, set my anvils. I need to sink a post vise, but that's not going to happen today. Mainly the goal is to get 2 knee braces cut out, and maybe the tops of 2 posts. I don't have, I'm short on some timber framing tools. I'm looking for a 1.5 inch mortising chisel, and a 2-inch mortising chisel, a 3-inch slick, and I'd like to have some sort of maybe mortising machine. The chain ones, the new sexy ones with the old chainsaw blade, those are stupid expensive. I can't justify that expense yet, but maybe later. I don't need it for this, but I do need it for the pockets. Give me the mortises on the posts. So maybe get the posts, the top tenons cut, and get them ready to mount. That's today's video. maybe a little bit tomorrow. And that's a long monologue. But I like watching other people work, and I think you do too. Cheers. I essentially have all of my old shop, all the parts, pieces, chemicals, hardware, hand tools. Yeah, that's all in disarray here. Kind of organized in tubs, but the markings that I put on the tubs have weathered away. So anyway, there's my workbench covered with a bunch of crap. I thought I could just tarp it and you know, clean it off easy, but mice like living under the tarp, so now I have to weight the whole tarp on every square inch of surface so the mice don't make forts under there and piss on everything. It's my life. Here's my old Buffalo forge that a good buddy gifted me, and all of my forging crap and some coal. Yeah, see if we can get a good look here. Shed roof, replacing this tarp, coming out, you know, 12 feet or so, probably out to about this tree. Set on concrete piers, posts, just a big T-frame there, and tube of 6s, 16 inches on center, and some metal roofing to match that metal roofing, and a lot of organization. So this is the state of affairs at this place. But I'll have a nice view working at the forge. House will be up there. And there's the driveway snaking up to it. And there's the back side of the property. I had a great view at the other shop of a river. And I think I like this one just as much. This has been under a tarp, so it's been mouse Shangri-La. Probably a nice nest in this bellows here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking good, buddies. Take that apart. They're eating well. They love hickory nuts. So this is full of mouse piss, nuts, and musk. Oh, bastards. Now what I thought was water pooling on here is mouse piss. Enjoy. Stay away from me, hantavirus. I owe my soul to the company store. Well, in quite the disorganized manner, I've managed to disorganize everything else. That's what you do when you got all this room. All this room. And I like to mix it up right here. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I think that's where the forge will go, at least while I'm working it, because that shed roof's going to come out just this side of that tree, and I'll probably end up taking that tree down. But anyway, I've got Hazel helping me. But yeah, today's actual goal was to make some knee braces, and I've now got a piece of 4x6 poplar up there, milled at a buddy's house. I don't have my sawmill set up yet, but fortunately he was kind enough to let me help him mill some stuff. This isn't a great piece, but I only need two 3-foot braces, and as you can see, it's got quite a curve to it. But I think I can probably get a decent section out of here, roughly. Get rid of that wane about there. Lose some of that curve by cutting her here, and then probably get another 3-foot piece somewhere out of here. But I'll get right on that. Sell your shop, I said. You can just set it up at the new place. So, man, looks awful. But I'll get it. A little bit of time, a little bit of cash. Okay, this is the plan for today. Man, somebody's got a big gun out there. Sounds like a 50 cal. I love my neighbors. Anyway, 2 knee braces, north and south. I utilized SketchUp to do some stuff. Post detail, north knee brace. So here's a trick for you guys. If you're working outside when it's going to rain or any of that kind of crap, take your drawings, print them off, get a little laminating machine, you laminate them, and they stay in position and don't float around, and if it rains, they don't go away. So, pretty helpful. I think it's a good trick. Let's get to it. An artful video, this is not. This is can you get it done with what you got? But really, what is off-grid? Let's just call it old school. How's that? Can see right now I'm going to have to build some timber frame sawhorses. Mainly because I don't have any room to store all of my other crap. And I'm tired of taking the time to uncover and store and continually organize. Anyway, everything's a work in progress, moving target. Something else I'm learning. certainly in timber framing, I've looked at several barns growing up, and of course I've interneted the crap out of timber framing for the last year or so. Actually getting started in it. I've done some timber framing before, but it's always been on a small scale. And I've done cabinetry work and other woodwork, several bits of woodwork. They're not, stuff kind of all transfers. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to lose my fine woodworking skills to get any of this stuff done in a timely manner. And I think that'll be okay, because it's not cabinets and it's not furniture. I'm not saying be sloppy, but make the joint work and roll with it. I mean, honestly, humans have been doing this for thousands of years with far fewer high-end items. So I'm going to try to not drive myself crazy. And I think I can do that. So, 3'4" ¼ We'll back up 1 second. Since this timber isn't great, I got to pick the best side. Which is generally the, if I remember correctly, the outside of the building, and then work from there. Yeah, make that my best side. And for those of you that don't know, there's some handy marks that you make when you pick your best side. Say this is my best side. I'm going to make this deal. So that's my face, that's my good side, and that is the side, my best side, and you work everything off of these planes. And I forget what rule that is, square rule, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? And by no means am I giving instruction. So you get the idea. There's your face you're working on, your side. That's your good side. So on my timber frame, this is going to be the outside of the knee brace, and this will be the bottom side of the knee brace. So that's how I'm working that out. And this is a piece of firewood. 3'4". Okay, I did a little bit of work. I had a brain fart on layout, but I didn't ruin anything, so that's good. I've got one end prepped for chisel work, and now this one I'll just show you some of the boring crap. The old UB size TR50 camera stand, which sucks, is a good challenge. But anyway, that's what my iPhone's on. You can see I've laid out here. I've got a 1-inch tapered housing. This isn't the housing, but that's marking and designating the housing in the post. So the tenon is below here. It'll be down here. I went ahead and used my saw and cut off the drop, and now I'll come through and make multiple passes with the saw, which eventually that'll chip out, and then I'll flip it over after I transfer some lines and free that from the mass of wood. Once again, I don't have a shop, but I'm using the weight of the lumber on the bench to hold this while I do some work. Anyway, we'll do a little action here. And I want to cut these kerfs, like I said before. Saw kerf? Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Do some saw kerfs here, and I'll snap those out with a hammer once I drop it off the block, but I'll do everything right here while it's in position. Gonna have some weight. I don't have the best camera angle, but it is what it is, people. I leave a hair of a line that I can come back and clean up with a chisel. And you always do that cut first and then work away from it, and then you'll be golden. So this will be a little boring and a little tedious, but hey, you're here watching anyway, so there we go. Just like that. That saw kerf work is done. When I started this whole thing, I didn't know jack shit about off-grid or any of that kind of shit. I just knew that it was not connected to power. I got a good little wound there from my back saw. And I bought a generator, and I bought a sweet frickin' generator because I figured I generally buy things in prep if I might need it for something big. So I got a big enough generator to power the house. Should we need it? I don't think the house will be off-grid unless the world continues to implode. It'll have power, but my shop doesn't have power and probably won't have power, even though I wired it up for power, as you've seen in previous videos. But had I known about the actual utility of battery-powered woodworking tools, man, there's no other way to go. I mean, I use this saw to chunk up firewood for the wood stove. I keep it in the truck, and I can just cut anything I want with it. It's awesome. And that's, I think, the original blade. But I don't beat the hell out of things, but I work them, and this is working great, and I'm super happy with it. And looking back, if you're going to do this kind of stuff, if you want to go off-grid, invest in some good quality power tools. In doing mechanical, HVAC and plumbing, doing those kind of trades, I used Milwaukee power tools, and I always loved them. And this isn't I'm not getting paid for this, but man, this Milwaukee set of tools is awesome. I think you can do about anything with this circular saw. I use this for everything. Circular saw, sawzall, stapler. I'll probably get a finish nailer, and I think I would like to get a table saw, and I would like to get a miter saw, which is sad because I have all those tools that are, plug corded power tools, but I'm real happy with this. They are expensive, so you got to think about that. But they last forever so far. Anyway, I'll get back to it. And he did it. Cool. So that's that. Now I need to drop this leg off. Rearrange here. Where's my pencil? There you are, friend. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to clean it. There we go. Yeah. There's no good angle here. I'm fat and I'm a little pinched in here. I don't like having a rotating blade towards my penis. Okay. There he is. And you can see that my wood is not square. That's why I am leaving a little over the line and working it that way. Okay, so there's him, and we can do this. And there's that. So now I can come back in and clean this up with a chisel. So that is the timber brace. It'll go like this. Excuse me. It's the south side. This goes in to the 1-inch house. And this is the tenon that goes in the mortise. Gets a peg. And same on the top. There you go. Got my 45. Marking out the tenon. And the 1-inch for the housing. Pencil's your friend, and you want to transfer those over. I've also got my workable face marked here, like earlier in the video. And at this point, you'd want to score your lines. It's not so critical for cutting off and dropping off, but certainly for that housing, it will matter. So go ahead and do that without hopefully drawing blood. For you kids out there, if your blade gets dull, you still have quite a bit of blade that's not dull. So you just snap it off as it gets dull. And then when you're scoring wood, do a light cut, followed by a heavier cut, followed by an even heavier cut. And it's easy on poplar, which is what this is. And that's how you go. This is a little more critical when you're doing your mortises, but you can also do that with your tenon, because this is the actual tenon and it gets carved down like I showed you earlier. So that's that. And I won't drag you through the process of cutting this one out too. But I've got it all laid out, and I'll cut it and Then I think I'll probably drag some posts out and start working on those. That's what I got there. So here are 2 knee braces. Got them rough cut. They're ready for cleaning up and pairing. That's the 1.5 inch tenon that will go into the post. As you can see, I've got a fair amount to clear off both of them. This is probably the way I'll do all of these. And I've seen guys invest in big power planers to make sure everything's perfect. I'm probably not going to do that. I think pretty good 3-dimensionally and can kind of figure out how things go. But out here in the woods, making things out of wood, it's fun. So that's those. And I'll move on to something else.
What do you think?
It's really pretty. Do you like it?
Yeah. I like all the different evergreens, different varieties, and the sumac.
Yeah, I think it looks great. Well done, Mama.
I like the incense cedar.
Good job.
I think the white pine makes the other colors pop.
Yeah. You're a master at floral design.
Thanks.
Okay. I think it's real nice.
I think it's good.
did it.
Good night.